Hey guys, this is the newest DumboRC transmitter. And being a DumboRC, this is pretty expensive. But this thing has got 10 channels, an LCD screen and a lot of functions. But is it worth the money? Let's find out. Here it is guys, the newest DumboRC transmitter, and this is a real game changer. Well, for DumboRC it is. Normally you would pay around 35 bucks or something to get a DumboRC radio, and these are pretty good. But for this thing you will pay around 100 bucks. But is it worth the money? In this video we're going to find out. First let me get everything out of the box and show you what's inside here. Inside the box you will find the transmitter, a quick start guide, and mine came with a 10 channel receiver. So let's have a closer look at the transmitter first. So it runs on 4 AA batteries, which you need a supply of your own, or you can run it on a 2S or 3S LiPo battery, something like this. But remember, you should have a GST connector and it should be able to fit inside the battery compartment. So let me connect this and close it up. Before we turn the transmitter on, let's have a closer look at all the buttons. So here is your on-off button, and this is a scroll wheel to enter the menu. So this is channel number 3 and channel number 4, just regular push buttons, and channel number 5 and 6 are dials. So channel number 7 is a 3 position switch, and channel number 8, 9 and 10 are just push buttons. So it's capable of one-hand driving. Mine came with an aluminium wheel, and yeah, everything feels pretty sturdy and pretty nice. Here it is guys, and look at all the information that you will find on this screen. So here in the top you will find the model number, and you will have 10 different models, and of course you can change the name. So here's the battery status of the transmitter, this is your voltage of your receiver, and this is the range and the timer. So here you will find a physically indication of the state of the different channels. So here you can see the channel number 3 is pointing downwards, but when I press the button then it's going upward. So if you look at channel number 7, that's a 3 position switch. Here you can see it's in the middle position, and here it's all the way to the, for this one it's all the way to the right, but you can see the different states of the different channels. And here you will have a physically indication of the channel number 1, 2, 5 and 6, and you can use the dial to quickly adjust the endpoints of your, the trim of your throttle and your steering. To enter the menu, just press the on-off button once. If you want to go back again, just press it again, as simple as that. So when you're on the menu, you can use the scroll wheel to go to the different options and press the scroll wheel to enter something. So let's have a look at the settings first. So inside the settings, on the first page you will just find the state of every channel there is. And on the second page you can reverse the channels. So on the third page you can do the endpoints of the channel number 1, 2, 5 and 6. And on the page number 4 you can do the substreams, and the page number 5, let's do that again. Oh, sorry, here it is. So here you can set the endpoints of the other channels. So on page number 6 you can change the locking or the inching of the push buttons, and I will explain that in a bit. And on the last page you will find just the remapping of the button if you would like to do so. But yeah, first we are going to change something else inside the transmitter, and that is that we are using a 2S LiPo. To change the battery type inside the transmitter, first we have to go to the transmitter settings right over there. Let me first tell you all the different pages there are inside this menu. So here you can rename all the different models that you have. So on the second page you can do the coaching and timing and everything. And on the third page you can do the sound settings and the light control of the LEDs. So on the fourth page you can set the power settings of the transmitter, and on the fifth page you can do the calibration and go back to the factory settings. But we are going to the fourth page, and here we can set the different settings of our transmitter. So here you can select the AA batteries, the 2S or the 3S. So let's select the 2S and go back to the home screen. And now you will see that our battery is remaining on 83%. So that's pretty nice to see. So the next thing for me to show you is when the receiver is connected and show you all the different channels. Let me quickly show you the advanced settings. So when you go into the advanced settings, you have a steering curve which you can adjust, and also you can adjust the throttle and the brake curve. So this is pretty interesting if you're using a standard ESC and you will have not this option inside your ESC, then you can do this via your remote control. So that's pretty interesting. You will have some other function with the gyro mix, for example, and if you want to have a mixed control function, if you want to use or control a tank or an aeroplane or something like that. And here you can see even a winch function. So yeah, you've got a lot of different things to choose from. I just made a very simple setup because I wanted to demonstrate the inching or the locking servo function. So this is just factory off, and watch what happens when I press channel number 3, where the LEDs over here with the LED driver board are connected. So when I press it once, nothing happens. Press it again, hey, they turn on. Nothing happens. Oh, the other one turns on. You see, it's behaving a little bit strange, and that's not what we want. So let's put it into a different setting. So now it is in locking mode, and now we are going to do it in the inching mode. Let's see what happens. You see that? Every time when I press the channel number 3 button, it's responding, and that's what we want to see. So that's the difference between an inching and a locking mode. So let me demonstrate that with a servo to you. So on channel number 9 there's this tiny servo. This is in the locking mode. So press it once, it will be engaged. Press it again, it will go back to the original state. You see that? It just locked. And this, for example, can be used if you want to control a 2-speed gearbox or differential lock or something like that. That's pretty handy. But this servo is connected to channel number 8, which is the inching mode. So when I press it, oh, it immediately goes back to the original state when I release the button. But when I press and hold the button, it just stays there. But when I release it again, it goes back. And this can be very handy if you want to use a dig function onto a crawler car. So channel number 7 is a 3-position switch. And now it is in the middlest position. But when you turn it to the left, the servo goes to the left. And all the way to the right, it goes to the right. So you have 3 positions to choose from. So this one is connected to channel number 6. And this is like a dial, so you can control the amount of travel which you would like to use. So this, for example, can be used if you want to have a crane, so you want to lift the crane only a tiny bit or even more. So that's pretty handy. And yeah, the 3-position switch, for example, can be used if you want to control a winch. So guys, that was the demonstration of the new DumboRC transmitter. And what do I think of it? Well, I think that this thing is just superb. Just remember, this thing only cost around $100 or something. But look at all the features. You've got 10 channels, you've got an LED screen, a color LED screen, and you can change almost everything inside this transmitter. So I really like that. So, and also the thing that you can throw in a 2S or 3S LiPo battery instead of the AA, that's just a big plus, you know. There's only one tiny nitpick, you know, and that's the steering wheel. So for my hands, it's a bit far away. Still, I can drive it one-handedly, but it's a little bit too far away in my opinion. But overall, this thing is just superb. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. If you got any questions or suggestions, leave a comment below and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.